Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So a lot of you requested a no makeup look, so that's what we're gonna do today. So if you're interested, please keep on watching, but if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell and follow me on all my social media accounts, and please keep on watching. So let me first pull my hair back. I'm also wearing this white undershirt that keeps showing, so probably gonna change. Let me go change what I'm wearing real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I'm feeling so warm, as you can see. So let's get into the makeup. So in today's look, we don't have eye makeup, so it's totally okay to start with your complexion. In other smoky eye looks, I like to start with my eyes first, because if there's any fallout, it will be easier to clean up and correct. So for foundation today, I'm gonna be using one of my favorite foundations that I have. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, and I've got this shade 220 Sand. So I'm gonna apply it using a dense brush like this. This is the Real Techniques number 200. I love this for applying foundations because it's very dense and it's really quick to apply. So I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand like this, and I'll start dotting the foundation on my skin. Also, just as my face starting to get better, it decided to break out, but that's not gonna stop me, okay? Not gonna stop me. I'm just gonna start buffing. So this shade is a little bit dark for me right now because I tend to get paler in winter. No sun exposure, but we're gonna fix that with concealer later. Also, the coverage of the foundation is totally a personal preference. As you can see, I have some redness and acne spots, so I tend towards more higher coverage foundations, but if you have clear skin or not, that's totally up to you. Also, as an extra step, you can take your sponge by dabbing motion. It can absorb any extra product in order to avoid being cakey. Okay, next I'm gonna be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser Concealer. So the point is, you wanna hide any dark circles you might have. And also, I'm using a lighter color to actually highlight all the places that I want to highlight. And I'm going to use it also to correct some of the darkness of the foundation. As you can see, there's a huge difference between my face and my neck and chest. So I always apply the concealer on my cheekbone like this, because when you blend it, it automatically blends upwards. And with the same sponge, I'm gonna blend in the concealer. It's totally up to you whether your concealer is high coverage. This one is medium coverage, but it's lighter in the shade. So I'm just gonna use it to highlight and also conceal any dark circles. And as you can see, I'm blending it on my eyelid just to prime my eyes for the eye makeup, which is gonna be very minimal. You're gonna see. Okay, so now I'm gonna be using this Sleek Makeup Face Form Contouring and Blush Palette. This one has a bronzer shade, a contour shade, and a highlighter. So I'm gonna use the contour shade first, just to, not to contour per se, but to bring back the dimensions to my face that disappeared due to the foundation and concealer making my face look like one color. So that's what we're gonna do now. So I like to apply it using an angled fluffy brush like this, but you can use any type of brush. This also might work. This is actually a blush brush, but it will definitely work. If you're using cream contour, this one will work. It's a more dense, a thinner brush, an angled brush as well, so you can draw your cream contour like this. But for today, I'm gonna use this fluffy angled brush. So I'm gonna take some of the contour color. I'll tap off the excess because it's really pigmented, and I'll start putting on the bronzer. So what you wanna do, just to give your cheeks a little bit of a lift. You want to imagine a line from the top of your ear here going towards your mouth here. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna imagine a line. Don't start your bronzer here, but just take it to the middle and start going upwards and outwards like this, and build up the color as you need. Don't start too dark because it's gonna be more difficult to decrease the color. Go lighter first and build up as you need. And also go into your hairline a little bit. Now you can see the difference between this side and this side. This side looks more flat. This side a little bit defined, has more definition to it. And we're gonna do some bronzing action here around the forehead, the temple. So I don't normally set my face, but for the sake of the video and showing you guys different ways of doing your makeup, we're gonna actually bake using a translucent powder. Make sure it's translucent. You don't want to bake with a tinted loose powder, because if it's not the right shade, you might mess up your makeup. So make sure it's translucent. Doesn't matter if it's a high-end or a drugstore powder, but make sure that it doesn't crease and it doesn't settle into your fine lines. Pick one that works for you. So of course I'm gonna be using my Nikkia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. So what I like to do is put some of the powder on the lid here. So the first thing I like to do is, because I have lines under my eyes, I want to make sure that there's no creasing, and there is. If you can see, let me zoom you in so that you can see better. I hope you can see now. I have some creasing of the concealer in my under eyes, so I have to blend that in before I apply the powder. If you apply the powder over this creasing, it's gonna make it look worse. So I'll just take my sponge and blend this creasing. It's totally fine if you have lines. Any cream product is gonna crease. I have lines, so doesn't mean that the product is bad. So now the creasing is gone, so we can totally set with powder now. So now I'm just gonna dip my sponge into the powder and apply a generous amount of product on my under eyes and places where I wanna bake. So I'm starting with the under eyes and push it into the skin like this. Also, all the places that you know are gonna crease, make sure you set them with powder. You can also carve out your contour or bronzer using the baking method. That's what I'm doing now. You can also take a small brush and bake your nose like this. This is totally optional, you guys. I rarely do that, but just for showing you the techniques. So what I'm gonna do now is take the rest of the powder on the sponge. Make sure no creasing over my lids. There is creasing, so I'm gonna blend that in and take the rest of the powder and set my lids. And you don't have to leave it like this for a long time, just a couple of minutes. And I think we've already surpassed the couple of minutes. So now I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and remove all the excess powder. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush like this. Any fluffy brush you have will work. I also have this one. It will work. And just gonna swipe like this. Remove all excess powder. I'll take my sponge, make sure we don't have extra powder, and And while we're at it, you can use the bronzer for your eye makeup or any medium brown shade that you have. So I'm just gonna use the same color on my eyelids. So you're gonna want one brush, basically just a fluffy eyeshadow blending brush. Tap off the excess. Also bring back the definition to your eyelids, and this is it for the eye look. I also like to take a small brush like this and just add a little bit of color in my under eyes. Nothing overboard, but also to bring back definition to the eyes. If you have small eyes like mine, you can add it like halfway through only. You don't wanna go all the way into the inner corner. And now for blush, I'm gonna be using the NARS Exposed Cheeks palette. I'm gonna be using something natural like this color here, this soft pink. I can also mix it with this shade, peachy shade here. Also make sure that your blush is not so pigmented. You wanna make sure it looks natural, nothing overboard, nothing overkill. It's a no makeup look, so if you wanna appear that you don't have makeup but you're fresh, you're hydrated, you've eaten a lot of vegetables, that's what we're going for. So I'm mixing those two colors, the pink and the peach color. I know the shades in this palette are not pigmented, but they give this amazing natural color to the cheeks. So that's why I'm confident while applying the blush. And now I'll apply some mascara. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic Mascara, and I like to remove some of the excess of the brush so that it's not clumpy and not looking natural. And now for highlight, you don't want anything that's blinding, you just want a subtle highlight just to bring up the high points of your face. And I'm gonna use a big fluffy brush as well. I'm gonna be using the highlight shade from the Sleek palette. Tap off the excess as well and apply it to the high points of the cheek. As you can see, it's really, really low key, and you don't want more than that in a no makeup look. And now for lips, you want to use a nude lipstick that's not too matte and not too shiny. Something that looks natural, a satin finish, maybe tiny hint of shine in it, just to make it look like your lips are healthy. So for this, I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Very Victoria lipstick. It looks like this, and this color is really, really close to my lips. It's like a comfortable matte, so it's gonna be great for that look. Also, if you want to apply false lashes, that's really up to you. But if you do, choose a really, really natural lashes. I want to show you an example. So I have these lashes from Nikkia Joy Cosmetics. They are very thin, natural. Okay, just imagine it like this. Trying to fix it for you. Something really very natural like this. Just avoid smoky lashes. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if you like this look and if you have any suggestions of other makeup looks that you're interested in. I thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I'm trying to show you how it's gonna look like. I thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.